So I do a lot of models, build videos, tip videos, guides, and in so many of them I go on and on and on about different tricks, items and effects you can achieve by using extra arms and clipping them into a body. But only in some of these do I actually explain how you do this, and it's even rarer that I show it in detail. So that is what I will try to do in this tiny episode dedicated solely to teaching you this technique. So let's use this half-finished D&D Paladin model for this example. What you start by doing is you go into body, then you click torso, and then up here you don't want to go into the arms. Like, going into the arms will give you all of these different options about things you can put on top of arms, for example this fire here, yeah? But what you want to do is you want to go to this main torso here, and then down here at the bottom right there's a tiny little option where it says XL and XL. These options are either 4 arms or 6 arms. So let's keep it simple for now. We enable 4 arms. Boom. Now you see we have 2 extra arms that are using the same clothing that we already have on the main body, yeah? Now we want to keep this simple, so we're going to go into that extra arm now, and then we're going to scroll all the way down and we're going to delete one of them. So we delete the left one, and now we only have the right one left. Or well, the left from his perspective. And we're going to tilt this up just so that you can see it clearly. So this is where we have the arm. Now what we can do with this is, like, it depends entirely on posing basically. I mean, the most important trick to learn first is simply clipping it into the body so that you hide it. Now this is a matter of experience, but it's not hard. You basically just twist it like this. You can see the 2 posing sliders I've used here, and exactly where you go with these posing sliders depends on the base pose that you've chosen. Now in this case I'm using the pugilist base stance, but like the fundamental logic is the same no matter which pose you use. Now there's a lot of different things you can use here, so you can see that I've used the tilt to get it into the body, and I've used the bend to like pull it upwards as well. Now we're gonna use the twist up here to hide it further. And finally, we bend it in a little bit again. We make sure that it's not clipping through the back here, because if I go too far, yeah, you'll see it comes back out. We don't want that. So we do it like this, once it's hidden there. Now we're going to use the elbow. So you see, now we have the hand inside here, basically, and the entire arm is hidden. Yeah. Now there are things that might make this difficult, however. Let's say that the main arm, like, because extra arms you have the same clavicle options, like you can pose them separately, like the posing here of this arm would not affect the extra arm, but the clavicle posing would. So if I pull the clavicle all the way out, now you can see the extra arm follows it. And a common mistake that I see is people trying to use extra arms when the clavicle is all the way up, because now you see no matter how I twist this arm, because the clavicle is so high, there is no way that I will ever be able to hide this fully. That is why the clavicle has to come back down like this again, you see, until you can fully hide the arm, and then you can go back to it again. Now, we've gone over the basic fundamental posing of this, so how do you do with items, right? So you go in here, and now you can do any item you want. I mean, the oldest trick in the book was to apply a medal. So you would give your character a medal, and this was like, I guess, the main thing that made this trick blow up to begin with. Then you need to, again, it's just about posing, except this time the hand matters as well. So you use the hand posing here, not just the arm posing. You pull this down like this, and you can also use the posing of the medal itself, you see, to twist this around. And now at this point it's just a matter of finding a combination of arm and hand posing that will allow this amulet to hang straight enough and actually look proper in its place. You know, at this point it's probably like, I mean, this works, but like you would want it to be hanging straight down, and it's not right now, which means we need to muck around more with like the arm posing and whatnot to make that happen. And here you go. Now you can see I've basically done it. Again, sometimes it's easier with certain poses than it is with others. But at this point, this amulet is now hanging about as straight as I'm gonna be able to get it. So now we could simply color this amulet and we would be good to go. Boom. Oh no, I colored the face as well. Well, that is horrible. Anyway, as you know, I prefer some newer items to do this with. I think that the cloth under the shoulder pad is probably my favorite trick to use with this. I mean, you can see the hand is pretty much in the right spot already. Now I just need to spin this cloth around like this. I'm gonna tuck the arm in a little bit again. Tuck the hand in a smidge as well, because I want to get the cloth underneath the shoulder pad. You see, I just keep twisting the cloth and the hand and the arm for slight adjustments here and there until you get it just right. And there is no perfect science. There is no combination that will always work in every pose. You just need to get comfortable enough with these sliders to make it work. But it isn't rocket science. I mean, even now, like, you can see that I am struggling to get this exactly where I want it to, which means that maybe I need to concede to having it above this little thing, or I just need to muck around with it as well. But like, even me, who has done this like 1,000 times, occasionally will run into situations where it just clips no matter what. But see, now I got it. It's underneath this thing and it connects with this thing. So now I just color it with the same red cloth and now it looks like it's connected. There you go. The cloth now hangs and looks like it's part of the shoulder pad. I hope that this explains it. I understand that this is the kind of thing that is not necessarily the easiest to show on video, like posing sliders, regardless of how I pan and zoom in on them. It's like, it is kind of hard to show it in a video format, but nonetheless, if you feel like I'm not doing a good job of explaining it here, then genuinely let me know in the comments below, and I will try to figure out a better way to do these kinds of guides if this is not sufficient. But if it is, please let me know that as well. Yeah, until next time, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Farewell.